The art of outsmarting everyone with silence. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong. Have you ever been in a moment where someone's words cut like a knife, their tone sparking a fire deep within you? Can you recall that rush of heat, that urge to snap back, to defend yourself, to make sure they hear you? We've all been there, standing at the edge of a verbal battlefield, heart pounding, ready to fire. But what if, in that very moment, you discovered a secret weapon? One so powerful it could shift the entire game without you saying a single word. Buckle up, because today, we're diving into the art of silence, a force so magnetic, so commanding, it can outsmart anyone. Curious? Let's unravel this together. Picture this. You're in the heat of a confrontation, words flying like arrows. Your instinct screams to fight back, to prove your point, to claim victory. It's human nature, isn't it? We're wired to react, to stand tall, to make our voice the loudest in the room. But let me ask you this. What if the real power lies not in shouting, but in stillness? What if silence, that quiet pause, is your greatest ally in the storm? It sounds almost too simple, maybe even counterintuitive in a world that celebrates boldness and quick comebacks. Yet, silence isn't weakness. It's strength cloaked in calm. It's the kind of strength that disarms, that shifts the energy, that leaves others wondering how you stay so unshaken. This isn't about dodging conflict or pretending everything's fine when the world feels like it's crumbling around you. No, this is about something far deeper, far more profound. It's about realizing you hold the reins to your own emotions, no matter how chaotic the moment. Imagine standing in the eye of the storm, unshaken, while everyone else scrambles. That's the power of silence. A deliberate, strategic choice that lets you reclaim control, not of the situation, but of yourself. It's about finding that quiet strength buried deep within, the kind that keeps you centered when the world demands you lose your cool. I get it. Staying silent when every fiber of your being wants to react isn't easy. When someone's pushing your buttons, testing your patience, or throwing shade your way, the urge to fire back feels almost irresistible. But what if you could flip the script? What if, instead of letting their words pull you into chaos, you chose peace? Imagine the look on their face when you respond not with words, but with a calm, steady gaze. A silence so powerful it speaks louder than any argument ever could. That's the magic we're exploring today. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to wield silence like a master, outsmarting anyone, without stress, without conflict, and without ever losing your peace. Let's take it a step further. Have you ever felt like the world is spinning out of control? Like the weight of daily pressures, endless demands, others' opinions, life's unrelenting pace is dragging you under? It's exhausting, isn't it? Constantly reacting, adjusting, trying to keep up with the chaos. But here's the game changer. True control doesn't come from wrestling the world into submission. It starts from within. This is the heart of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's as relevant today as it was centuries ago. It's about unlocking a power you've always had, one that no one and nothing can take away. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control the chaos outside, people's actions, unexpected challenges, or life's curveballs, we can control our own minds. Your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, those are yours to command. And when you master them, you step into a kind of freedom that's unshakable. Picture this. Instead of being tossed around by life's storms, you're the lighthouse, steady and unmoved. That's the Stoic mindset. And it's where your journey to quiet strength begins. So, as we move forward, get ready to explore how to tap into this inner power, how to stay calm when the world screams for you to react, and how to use silence as your secret weapon. In the next part, we'll dive deeper into practical steps to make this mindset yours, transforming the way you navigate life's toughest moments. Are you ready to take control? We just uncovered the secret of silence, a quiet strength that lets you stay calm and in control, no matter how chaotic the world gets. Now let's take that Stoic mindset and bring it to life. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic, horns blaring, and someone cuts you off with a smirk. Or maybe a coworker tosses a snide comment your way, and you feel that familiar heat rising in your chest. Your blood's boiling, your instincts screaming to react. But what if, right then, you hit pause? What if you whispered to yourself, "I control how I respond"? That's the Stoic way, and it's about to change everything. Stoicism teaches us a truth as old as time. The world outside? It's a wild, unpredictable storm. You can't control the driver who cuts you off. You can't force your coworker to respect you. And you certainly can't stop life's chaos from knocking at your door. But here's the game changer. You can control your response. This isn't just some dusty philosophy. It's a living, breathing practice that transforms how you face life's challenges. It's like stepping into the driver's seat of your own mind, steering your emotions with purpose, instead of letting them run wild. Think about it. How many times have you exhausted yourself trying to fix the world around you? How many sleepless nights have you spent replaying arguments, worrying about things you can't change? How much energy have you poured into convincing others to see things your way? It's draining, isn't it? The Stoics saw through this trap. They knew that no matter how hard you try to control the outside world, true peace only comes from turning inward. When you focus on your own thoughts, your own actions, you reclaim a power that nothing, no person, no situation can ever take away. This doesn't mean bottling up your emotions or plastering on a fake smile when things go wrong. Far from it. It's about recognizing that emotions are like waves. They crash, they surge, but they don't have to sweep you away. They're signals, not orders. By pausing, just for a moment, before you react, you create a sacred space. A space to breathe, to reflect, to choose a response that's clear, intentional, and grounded in who you are. Can you imagine the freedom that comes with that? The quiet confidence of knowing you're no longer a puppet to life's chaos. Here's the heart of it. Control isn't about bending the world to your will. It's about accepting the world as it is, messy, unpredictable, and all, and then deciding how you show up. When you embrace the Stoic mindset, you stop dancing to the tune of external noise. You stop letting a rude comment or a stressful day rob you of your peace. Instead, you act from a place of deep, unshakable strength. A strength that says, "I choose how this moment defines me." So what does this look like in real life? It starts small, but feels massive. The next time stress or frustration bubbles up, recognize you have a choice. You can let those feelings hijack your behavior, or you can pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, how do I want to respond? It's not about being perfect. It's about being mindful. Picture this. Someone's trying to push your buttons, their words sharp and provoking. Instead of firing back, you meet their gaze with calm, steady silence. You choose composure over chaos. How powerful would that feel? How much peace would flood your life if you stopped reacting to every jab and instead chose to respond with intention? This is the Stoic way, living with clarity, purpose, and an inner calm that no storm can shake. As we move forward, we'll dive into practical tools to make this mindset second nature, helping you navigate life's toughest moments with grace and strength. Are you ready to master the art of showing up as your best self, no matter what comes your way? We've just explored how the Stoic mindset empowers you to choose your response, to pause, and find peace amid life's chaos. Now let's dive deeper into the heart of that power, the quiet strength of silence. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a stormy sea, waves crashing, winds howling. Yet, in the stillness of your own mind, you find a calm that nothing can shake. That's where true control begins, within you. And the key to unlocking it? It's simpler than you think. It's silence. You don't need to reshape the world to find peace. You don't need to silence the noise of others or bend circumstances to your will. The moment you realize you can change how you respond, a wave of freedom washes over you. It's like discovering a hidden strength you've carried all along, waiting to be unleashed. This is the Stoic journey, and it starts with embracing the power of silence, a force so profound, it speaks louder than any words ever could. In a world that's always buzzing, notifications pinging, opinions clashing, demands piling up, silence feels like a rare treasure. But don't be fooled. It's not just the absence of sound. It's the presence of your truest, most powerful self. Think about those moments when life feels like a whirlwind. Maybe you're in a heated argument, emotions swirling like a storm, your mind racing to keep up. What if, right then, you chose silence? Not out of weakness, but as a deliberate act of strength. That pause, that breath, is your chance to step back, to reclaim control, to find clarity when the world feels like it's spinning out of control. Silence is where you connect with your inner self. It's where you hear your own thoughts, unclouded by the chaos around you. It's where you feel your emotions without letting them steer the ship. Imagine this. You're in a tense conversation, words flying like arrows. Instead of firing back, you pause. You breathe. You let the silence settle like a soft blanket over the noise. In that quiet space, you find the strength to respond with purpose, not impulse. Isn't that the kind of power we all crave? The ability to stay grounded, no matter what's thrown your way? Now, let's be real. Embracing silence isn't always easy. The world screams at us to fill every moment with action, with words, with noise. We're told that staying quiet means losing, that we must react instantly to prove our worth. But here's the truth. The most powerful people you'll ever meet don't need to shout to be heard. They don't need to react to every jab to prove their strength. They know that silence is a sanctuary, a place to build resilience, to listen to their own heart, to stand firm in their values. Think back to a time when life felt overwhelming. Maybe you faced a tough decision, or a challenge loomed like an unclimbable mountain. In those moments, when you gave yourself the gift of silence, didn't you find clarity? Didn't you feel a quiet strength guiding you to the right path? That's the essence of Stoicism. It's not about drowning out the world's demands with distractions. It's about sitting in silence, trusting your inner compass, and responding to life's challenges from a place of calm, unshakable confidence. Silence isn't just a tool. It's a way of being. It's the courage to hold your tongue when words feel tempting but reckless. It's the wisdom to let your actions speak when others expect a reaction. When you master this, you don't just navigate life, you rise above it. You become the calm in the storm, the lighthouse in the fog, unshaken by the noise of the world. As we move forward, we'll explore practical ways to weave silence into your daily life, turning this quiet strength into a habit that transforms how you face every challenge. Are you ready to harness the power of silence and step into your most authentic, unstoppable self? We've just uncovered the profound strength of silence, a sanctuary where you connect with your truest self, unshaken by the world's noise. Now let's take that power and see how it transforms the way you show up in the world. Imagine a life where you don't need to prove yourself, where your presence alone speaks volumes. That's the magic of silence. It's not just a pause, it's a choice. A choice that hands you the reins to your own strength, a power no one can ever take away. When you embrace silence, you realize something liberating. You don't have to shout to be seen, or speak to be heard. Your calm demeanor, your steady gaze, your quiet confidence, they say more than words ever could. This isn't about shutting the world out or hiding from conflict. No, it's about knowing when to step back, when to breathe, when to let silence guide you to the most meaningful response. Picture this. You're in a moment of tension, words flying, emotions high. Instead of jumping into the fray, you pause. You let the silence wrap around you like a shield. In that stillness, you observe, you think, you choose how to engage with intention. Isn't that freedom? The freedom to not fill every space with chatter, to not explain yourself to those who don't deserve it, to not react to every jab thrown your way. Silence isn't weakness. It's strength in its purest form. It's the courage to stay quiet when the world demands noise, to trust that your actions will speak louder than any outburst. So how do you tap into this power? It starts small, in the everyday moments that test you. When stress creeps in, when you feel overwhelmed, don't rush to fill the void. Step back. Take a deep breath. Let the silence wash over you like a gentle wave, clearing the fog from your mind. In that quiet space, clarity emerges. Your inner strength rises. Don't fear the stillness. It's where your power lives, waiting to guide you. This journey of embracing silence is yours to own. Every moment offers a choice, to let the noise pull you under, or to rise above it with calm, purposeful quiet. When you sit in silence, free from the need for validation or endless chatter, you unlock a strength that carries you through any storm. It's not just a tool, it's the key to a life of purpose, peace, and unshakable confidence. So close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, let the silence settle in. Can you feel it? That power you've been searching for? It's been inside you all along. Now let's shift gears and explore how silence becomes your strategic ally in the heat of the moment. Imagine you're caught in a fiery exchange, emotions flaring, tension thick enough to cut. Your instinct screams to defend, to retaliate, to make your voice the loudest. It's so easy to get swept up in that whirlwind, isn't it? But here's the secret. The most powerful response isn't a shouted comeback or a quick jab. It's silence. Not the silence of surrender, but the silence of strength. A deliberate, composed pause that shifts the entire dynamic. Think back to a time when someone's words hit you like a punch, striking right where it hurts. Your heart raced, your mind scrambled for a reply, urging you to fight back. But what if, in that moment, you chose differently? Instead of letting the heat take over, you took a slow, steady breath. You paused. You let the silence hold you, grounding you in your inner calm. That pause isn't just a break, it's a strategic move. It disarms the situation, stealing the fuel from the fire. It gives you the space to regain control, to choose a response that's clear, intentional, and powerful. Have you ever noticed how silence can shift a room? How it leaves others searching for words, while you stand steady, unshaken. This is silence as a strategy, a way to stay centered when the world tries to pull you apart. As we move forward, we'll dive into practical steps to make this strategic silence second nature, helping you navigate life's toughest moments with grace and power. Are you ready to turn silence into your ultimate weapon? We've just explored how silence transforms heated moments into opportunities for strength, disarming chaos with calm, strategic pauses. Now, let's uncover why that silence feels so powerful. It's the ultimate act of self-mastery. Picture yourself in the eye of a storm, voices clashing, emotions swirling. Everyone expects you to jump in, to fight, to prove your point. But instead, you choose silence. That choice isn't weakness. It's a bold declaration of control. Control over your emotions, your responses, and the very energy of the moment. It's where you become unstoppable. In those fleeting seconds of quiet, you realize something profound. You don't need to justify yourself to anyone. You don't need to shout to be heard or scramble to win an argument. When you stay silent in the heat of conflict, you're not retreating, you're rising above. You're exercising a rare kind of power, one that aligns you with your truest self. Think back to a time when you stayed calm while everyone else unraveled. Maybe a heated debate erupted, or someone pushed your buttons, but you held your ground, steady and composed. How did you feel afterward? Like a weight had lifted, didn't it? That's the peace of being untouched by external chaos, of knowing your strength doesn't depend on anyone else's approval. Thank you for staying with Live Stoic, Live Strong. It means you're seeking more than words. We're here for that journey with you. This is the heart of Stoic philosophy, where silence isn't just a pause. It's a tool, a shield, a pathway to clarity. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, knew this well. He taught that true virtue begins with mastering yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. Silence is how you do it. When you choose not to react to provocation, you pull the rug out from under those trying to rattle you. They're waiting for your anger, your defensiveness, your emotional outburst. But when you meet their words with calm, steady silence, you take away their power. It's like watching a fire fizzle out without fuel. Your silence becomes your armor, deflecting negativity while keeping you grounded. But it's more than just protection. Silence gives you something precious: perspective. When you don't rush to respond, you create space to see the situation clearly. You weigh your options, you align your response with your values, and you act with intention, not impulse. Isn't that the kind of strength we all long for? The kind that doesn't need to prove itself, that doesn't crave validation, that simply is. You don't need to shout that you're right or strong. Your quiet presence, your thoughtful response, it's enough. It's more than enough. The world will test you, over and over, pushing you to react, to lose your cool, to get swept up in the noise. But every time you choose silence, you grow stronger. You realize the chaos outside can't touch the calm within. The next time you feel that familiar tug, someone's words stinging, tension rising, pause. Take a slow, deep breath. Let the emotions roll through you like clouds passing in the sky. Then, respond with clarity, with purpose, with a strength that radiates from within. When you do, you'll feel a peace that's almost electric, a quiet power that others can't help but notice. They'll see it in your eyes, in your steady posture, in the way you carry yourself. Your silence doesn't just earn their respect, it commands it. Silence isn't inaction. It's the art of choosing the right moment to act. It's rising above the noise, anchoring yourself in your inner strength, and showing the world who you are without saying a word. This is how you stay calm in the heat of the moment. This is how you become the person who stands tall, unshaken by the storms around them. In that stillness, you'll discover the most powerful version of yourself, a version that's been waiting to shine all along. As we move forward, we'll dive into the art of detachment, learning how to let go of the need to control others and embrace a freedom that transforms your life. Are you ready to release what's holding you back and step into a lighter, stronger you? We've just discovered how silence in the heat of the moment isn't just strength, it's self-mastery, a way to rise above chaos and anchor yourself in calm. But what happens when we turn that focus inward even further, letting go of the need to control others? Picture this. You're carrying a heavy load, your shoulders aching under the weight of trying to shape the world around you. Now imagine setting that burden down, feeling the freedom of a lighter heart. That's the Stoic art of detachment, and it's about to change the way you live. It's human nature to want to influence those around us, to nudge someone's opinion, to shift their behavior, to make them see things our way. But let's be honest, that need to control others is like chasing a storm. It's exhausting, isn't it? You pour your heart into convincing someone, only to feel frustration bubble up when they don't budge. Maybe anger creeps in, or resentment festers when they follow their own path instead of yours. You might even feel helpless, as if no amount of effort can bend the world to your will. And in those moments, one truth shines through. You cannot control the thoughts, actions, or emotions of others. They are their own, walking paths only they can choose. The Stoics offer us a life-changing lesson. True freedom lies in accepting what you can control and releasing what you can't. You can't steer someone else's heart or mind, but you can steer your own. The moment you let go of the need to control others, it's like a weight lifts from your soul. A deep, unshakable peace settles in. This isn't about becoming cold or indifferent. It's about realizing that your happiness, your calm, your strength depend on you, not on how others act or what they think. When you stop wrestling with the external world, you free yourself from its chaos. You stop pouring your precious energy into battles you can't win. Instead, you turn that energy inward, focusing on what truly matters: your thoughts, your responses, your actions. Can you feel the shift already? It's transformative. Imagine how light you'd feel if you no longer felt the urge to manage or micromanage the people in your life. Picture the space that would open up in your mind, in your heart, if you let go of the pressure to change others. That's the gift of detachment. Not a loss, but a gain, a reclaiming of your own power. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. Far from it. It means you care so deeply about your own peace that you refuse to let it hinge on someone else's choices. It means accepting others as they are, without trying to mold them into your vision of who they should be. This isn't easy. It takes practice, patience, and a quiet courage to look within. But the rewards? They're immense. You'll find yourself more at peace, not just with yourself, but with those around you. You'll stop taking their actions personally, seeing clearly that their choices reflect their own journey, not your worth. Have you ever noticed how liberating it feels to let someone be, without carrying the weight of their decisions? In the end, detachment is about surrendering the illusion that you can control the uncontrollable. It's about choosing a life rooted in mastering your own thoughts, emotions, and responses, rather than chasing the fleeting power of changing someone else. When you let go, you don't lose. You gain a freedom that's stronger, deeper, and more enduring than any temporary victory. As we move forward, we'll explore how to put this detachment into practice, building habits that anchor you in peace and strength, no matter what the world throws your way. Are you ready to embrace this freedom and live a life that's truly your own? We've just explored the liberating power of detachment, letting go of the need to control others to find a peace that's entirely your own. Now, let's take that freedom and turn it inward, becoming the master of your own experience. Imagine standing at the helm of your life, steering through the storms with a calm, steady hand. That's the Stoic way, focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, your perspective, your responses, and discovering a strength that no external chaos can shake. The next time you feel that familiar sting of frustration, someone's words grating, their actions pushing you to the edge, pause. Take a deep breath. You don't have to change them. You don't have to fix their behavior or bend them to your will. Instead, ask yourself, what can I control right now? How can I shift my perspective to find peace, no matter what's swirling around me? That simple question is like a key, unlocking a level of freedom you might not have known existed. It's the moment you realize your inner calm is worth more than any argument won or point proven. Let go of the need to control others. Let it slip away like sand through your fingers. Your peace, your strength, your growth. They're far more valuable than any fleeting external victory. By turning your focus inward, you begin a transformation. You become stronger, more grounded, more you. You don't need to control anyone else to feel whole. The only person you need to master is yourself, and that, my friend, is where true power lies. It's not about forcing the world to align with your vision. It's about aligning yourself with a deeper sense of purpose and calm. Can you imagine the lightness of living this way? The quiet confidence of knowing that your peace doesn't depend on anyone else's choices? That's the life you're stepping into, one choice at a time. Now let's shift to a new layer of this journey. The art of observation, seeing beyond the surface. You've probably heard the saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover." It's simple, but it carries a profound truth. What you see at first glance, whether it's a person, a situation, or even your own racing thoughts, is rarely the full story. The real essence lies deeper, hidden beneath the surface, waiting for you to uncover it. To truly understand, you can't just look with your eyes. You have to observe with your heart, your mind, your presence. In a world buzzing with distractions, it's so easy to jump to conclusions. You meet someone, and within seconds you've sized them up. A problem arises, and your mind races to pin it down. But what if you slowed down? What if you paused to asterisk really see? Imagine standing still in the midst of chaos, like a quiet observer in a bustling crowd. What would you notice? The art of observation isn't just about looking. It's about being fully present. It's catching the subtle tremor in someone's voice, the unspoken tension hanging in the air, the fleeting shift in your own emotions. It's peeling back the layers to reveal the nuances that make up the bigger picture. This skill is like a superpower, especially in moments of conflict or confusion. Instead of reacting on impulse, Picture yourself stepping back, taking a breath, and simply observing. What's really driving this moment? What emotions are at play beneath the words and actions? When you pause to observe, clarity emerges like sunlight breaking through clouds. You start to see that things aren't always as they seem. A sharp comment might mask someone's fear. A tense situation might hide a deeper truth. Even your own frustration might reveal a need you hadn't noticed. The Stoics mastered this deep observation, knowing that while life's events were beyond their control, their ability to see clearly and respond wisely was entirely in their hands. As we move forward, we'll dive into practical ways to sharpen this art of observation, helping you navigate life with a clearer, calmer perspective. Are you ready to see the world and yourself in a whole new light? We've just uncovered the art of observation, a Stoic skill that lets you see beyond the surface, bringing clarity and wisdom to life's chaos. Now let's dive deeper into how this practice transforms not just how you see the world, but how you navigate it. Imagine standing in the midst of a storm, yet your heart remains steady, your mind clear. That's the power of observation, a quiet, deliberate act that unlocks a wisdom already within you, waiting to guide your every step. The Stoics knew that by observing their own thoughts and emotions, they could respond with intention, not impulse. By watching others with empathy and patience, they stayed calm and compassionate, no matter the challenge. This power isn't reserved for ancient philosophers. It's alive in you, right now. The next time you're caught in a tense moment, a heated argument, a stressful decision, a wave of frustration, pause. Take a deep breath. Instead of rushing to judge or letting your emotions take the wheel, simply observe. Notice the tightness in your chest, the thoughts racing through your mind, the energy swirling around you. What's really happening here? By seeing things as they are, not as your emotions paint them, you gain the clarity to act with purpose, not recklessness. This practice isn't just about watching the world outside. It's about turning inward, too. What's stirring in your mind? Are your emotions pulling you like puppet strings, or are you watching them with the same calm detachment you'd give to a passing cloud? The more you observe yourself, the more you uncover your triggers, your fears, your deepest desires. It's like holding a lantern to the corners of your soul, illuminating truths that guide you to wiser choices. Have you ever noticed how a moment of stillness can shift everything? How a single pause can turn chaos into clarity? As you hone this art of observation, something remarkable happens. Your perspective sharpens, like a lens coming into focus. You stop reacting to life's ups and downs, and instead, you start living with intention, with purpose. Life, in all its messy complexity, becomes less daunting when you see it for what it truly is, beyond the surface, beyond the noise. The next time overwhelm creeps in, try this. Step back. Don't judge. Don't get swept up in the heat of the moment. Just watch. Watch yourself, your thoughts, your emotions. Watch others, their words, their unspoken struggles. Watch the situation unfold, like a story revealing its truth. In that stillness, you'll find a strength that feels almost sacred, a calm that anchors you, a clarity that empowers you. This is the beauty of observation. It taps into a deeper wisdom, one that's been within you all along. You don't need to search for it. You just need to pause and see. By practicing this skill, you're not just navigating life, you're mastering it, one mindful moment at a time. So the next time the world feels heavy, take a breath. Observe. Let the wisdom within guide you to a response that's grounded, intentional, and true. As we move forward, We'll explore how silence, that powerful ally, can melt away stress and bring you back to a place of peace, even in the fastest-paced moments. Are you ready to let go of anxiety and embrace the stillness that sets you free? We've just discovered how the art of observation sharpens your perspective, letting you see life clearly and respond with wisdom. Now, let's explore how silence, that quiet ally, becomes a sanctuary to melt away stress and anchor you in peace. Imagine stepping into a moment where the world's noise, its demands, its chaos, fades into a hush. In that stillness, you don't just find calm, you find yourself. Silence isn't just a pause, it's a powerful reset, a way to untangle the knots of anxiety and rediscover the clarity you've been craving. Stress often feels like a storm brewing in your mind, doesn't it? The pressure of others' expectations, the worry about what's next, the endless what-ifs spinning like a whirlwind. It's exhausting, trying to control what's beyond your reach. Other people's opinions, future outcomes, the unpredictable waves of life. But when you embrace silence, you create a sacred space. You pause. You breathe. You allow yourself to observe those racing thoughts, those churning emotions, without judgment. It's like watching clouds drift across the sky, knowing they'll pass without pulling you under. In that moment, you give yourself permission to let go. Silence teaches you to focus on what you can control, your response. By rooting yourself in the present, you step out of the web of worry and into a place of power. You stop reacting to every tug of anxiety and start responding with intention. Picture this. The world is loud, chaotic, pressing in from all sides. Yet, in the quiet of your own breath, you find an anchor. Your scattered thoughts begin to settle, like leaves gently falling to the ground. The weight of stress, once crushing, feels lighter, more manageable. Isn't it incredible how a single moment of stillness can shift everything? But let's be clear. Silence. Concurrent user session limit reached. Please try again later, or upgrade your plan for increased capacity. We've just uncovered how silence can dissolve stress, creating a sanctuary where anxiety fades and your inner peace shines through. Now let's dive deeper into the heart of that stillness, where a profound, lasting strength waits to be claimed. Picture a quiet flame burning within you, steady and unshaken, no matter how fiercely the winds of life howl. That's the power of silence, a strength that's been with you all along, patiently waiting for you to notice its glow. In the rush of life's chaos, it's easy to overlook this inner force. But when you lean into silence, you unlock a power unlike anything the external world can offer. It's not about controlling everything around you or proving your worth to others. True strength lies in letting go of that need and anchoring yourself in the present moment. Think about it. Every challenge, every heated moment, every storm you face offers you a choice. You can react, swept away by emotion, or you can pause, take a breath, and reclaim your center. That pause, it's where your true power lives. It's the moment you step back from the chaos and choose calm over chaos, clarity over fear. Imagine standing in the heart of a tempest, winds roaring, rain lashing, the world spiraling out of control. Yet, within you, there's a stillness, a quiet strength that remains untouched. That's what silence gives you, the ability to stand steady no matter what swirls around you. Life will always be unpredictable. People will let you down. Challenges will rise like unexpected waves. But when you've mastered the art of silence, you realize you don't have to react to every ripple. You has the power to choose your response, to move through the world with a grace that's rooted in who you are. In silence, you reconnect with your authentic self. Beneath the noise of expectations, worries, and judgments, you find the real you, the one who's strong, steady, and whole. It's like peeling back layers of clutter to reveal a core of quiet confidence, a strength that doesn't need to shout or demand attention. This isn't a fleeting feeling. It's a lasting force, one that stays with you long after the storm has passed. Once you tap into it, it becomes part of you, woven into the fabric of your being. Can you feel it? That quiet power that doesn't need validation, that doesn't waver when others doubt you? This strength allows you to navigate life with wisdom, to face adversity with calm, to make decisions for Middle Easterners from a place of clarity rather than fear. You don't need to prove your value to anyone. Your worth isn't defined by the chaos around you. It's defined by your ability to stay true to yourself, to remain grounded, to rise above the noise with a quiet dignity that speaks for itself. So, how do you access this power? It begins with silence. It begins with carving out moments in your day to listen to yourself, to your heart, to the stillness within. In those moments, the world's distractions fall away. The worries, the fears, the judgments, they fade, and you're left with the truth. Your strength is unshakable, a part of who you are, waiting to be awakened. When you embrace silence, you stop being pulled by the tides of the external world. You simply present, powerful, and whole. This is the strength that carries you through life's toughest moments, the quiet force that lights your way when the path feels uncertain. It's not something anyone can take from you. It's yours, always. As we move forward, we'll explore how to make silence a daily practice, weaving this inner strength into every moment to live with purpose and peace. Are you ready to harness the power of silence and become the unshakable force you were always meant to be? We've just explored how silence unlocks a profound inner strength, a quiet force that steadies you through life's storms and reconnects you with your truest self. Now, let's take that power and see how it transforms your entire way of being. Imagine a life where stress and chaos no longer hold you captive, where you move through the world with a calm so deep it feels like an unshakable anchor. That's the gift of silence. Not just a moment of peace, but a lasting reclaiming of your inner power. When you embrace silence, you don't just find calm, you rediscover your freedom. Those things that once weighed heavy on your heart, the need to control every outcome, the anxiety of others' opinions, the frustration of unmet expectations, they begin to lose their grip. It's like watching chains fall away, leaving you lighter, stronger, more you. You stop wrestling with the world, trying to bend it to your will. Instead, you trust in your own ability to navigate life with clarity, with grace, with a strength that radiates from within. Can you feel the shift? That moment when you realize you don't need to micromanage every situation or person to feel secure, you already have everything you need. This is the enduring magic of silence. Your inner power is never out of reach. It's waiting in the quiet moments you create, in the stillness where you listen to your own heart. The more you lean into these pauses, the more resilient you become. It's like tending a flame within you, one that grows brighter, steadier, with every breath you take in silence. You begin to see that the strength you've been searching for isn't out there in the noise of the world. It's been inside you all along, a quiet force, patiently waiting for you to claim it. Isn't it liberating to know that your power doesn't depend on anyone or anything else? As you stand at the end of this journey, you've traveled far, not by chasing or striving, but by returning. Returning to yourself, to the calm at your core, to a strength that doesn't need to shout to be felt. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what if your greatest power lies not in the words you speak, but in the silence you choose? What if that stillness isn't weakness, but wisdom? A wisdom that lets you let go, listen within, and find everything you've been seeking. You don't need to fight every battle or prove your worth to the world. Your strength lives in your stillness, your power in your presence, your peace in the quiet you cultivate. This is your invitation to live this truth, starting now. Let silence be your anchor, grounding you in the midst of life's chaos. Let clarity guide your choices, steering you toward decisions that feel true. Let calm become your new strength, a quiet force that others can't help but notice. If this message has stirred something deep within you, something tender, powerful, and true, then carry it forward. Subscribe to stay on this journey, because every week we dive deeper into the philosophies that free you from noise, stress, and the stories that no longer serve you. Share your story in the comments below. What moment of silence shifted something for you? Your words might be the spark someone else needs to find their own stillness. You're not alone in this. You never were. The strength you need has always been within you, waiting for you to listen. So until we meet again, stay calm, stay grounded, and let silence be your guide. Thank you for your time. If one idea touched you today, come back next time. It may reach deeper. Share this with someone who needs a quiet moment. See you in the next video.